What's up, guys? Welcome to another Tekkit video. This time we're going to be looking at a few new things. We're going to, well, not new things, but things that you should follow up with after you make your first generator, macerator, and bat box. This is the next thing that I like to do, and it helps secure a bunch of ores and resources that you're going to need to make other stuff in the game later on. So, first things first, you're going to have to take a trip to the Nether because you do need glowstone for this. So before you start, make sure you go do that. You're probably going to need roughly about 10 pieces, so just make sure you get enough. Next thing is that you want to build a wrench. And in order to build a wrench, you actually need to have copper and tin dust. Alright, so we're just going to spawn in some. And what we're going to do is you're going to go over to this crafting table and you're going to take your copper dust and you're going to put it on the workbench like so, and you're going to take your tin dust and put it on the workbench like so, so it makes a little square up at the top. You could also do this obviously in your regular crafting square of your person rather than a crafting bench because you only need 4 squares, but you're going to use the bronze dust and you're going to get 6 pieces because that's all you need. Save the rest, no need to waste it just yet. Alright, and then what you're going to do is you're going to put it in a furnace, but before you do that, let's show you how to make one of these. These are the iron furnace, and iron furnace are a lot better than regular furnaces. The reason being is that they are not only 25% more fuel efficient, but they are also 20% faster. So how you do that is you take 5 regular iron ingots, and you take 1 regular furnace, and you make an iron furnace, like so. Boom, there you go. And why are you asking that I have 3 iron furnaces now? Because the first 2 were fail video recording. So this is the third time I'm recording this. But the difference between this furnace and this furnace is that these furnaces, they do a 10-to-1 ratio. So by 10-to-1, I mean 10 units per 1 charcoal. So in the last video, I told you that 1 charcoal or 1 coal was equivalent to 8 cooks or smelts or whatever you want to call them. In this one, it equals 10. So you could put in 10 tin dust and it will cook 10 tin dust to 1 charcoal or 1 coal. This one would do 8. So this is obviously much better because you're getting an extra 2 out of each smelt or cook. And this one, you only get 8. Also, this is 20% faster. So you can see, let's take a look at this bar real quick. So you see here how it's cooking. Then you look at this guy, not as fast. They look very similar, but this is a bit faster. I can assure you that. So once you have that, you cook your bronze down. Let's see. Oh, I put in the wrong thing. I wanted bronze cooked. There we go. Let's cook that baby down. Do we have any more bronze? We do have some bronze here. Oh, we just need a little bit more. Alright, 1 bronze, 4 bronze, and 5 bronze coming up. Alright, so you need 6 bronze, and out of that dust you should have 6 bronze already done. And then what you're going to do is you're going to take it into your crafting bench, and you're going to make a kind of like a, I forget what the field goal poles in football, American football that is. And you get a wrench. Now, this is different from this wrench, so make sure you don't make this wrench, you make this wrench. That wrench is used for other machines, but this one is used for industrial craft machines. So, what I mean by industrial craft machines is this is a machine. It's a high voltage transformer, but say you had your transformer and you wanted to pick it up and move it. Well, you can either just do that and it'll rotate. It shouldn't have popped off there. Let me see. I think my mouse double clicked that. Yeah, you see how it rotates? This is the output of it, those 3 circles, and the inputs are on the circles. But if you click, it'll rotate it to the exact direction that you want it. So if you have your bat box and you want to rotate the output to a different angle, you can just do it this way or this way. And then if you want to pick it up, you just you click on it again on that circle side. So that side, you just click on it again and it picks it up. So that is what the wrench is used for. Very useful because if you use your pick on, say, a macerator, it will destroy it. Or a generator, it will also destroy it. So you don't want to use it on that. So then the next thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to make a miner, which is the thing up there next to the chest. I'm going to show you on how to make that. So you take your refined iron. You're going to make a machine block first. Alright, got 1 machine block like so. Next, you're going to make a tree top. You got your tree top like that. And you're going to need 2 electrical circuits, or electronic circuits. Right? And then you're going to need to make mining pipes. So you're going to take 6 iron, put them like that, or refined iron, that is. Put your tree top, and you get 8 mining pipe. Now, the mining pipe you put 2 there. Then you take your machine block, and you take your 2 circuits, and you get a miner. And the miner is just a very simple block up there, but it has a very important role in this. And forgive my Tekkit, I don't know why it's doing that, but it's there. Never mind that. Alright, so it has this layout. It has this spot for a drill, this spot for a scanner, and this spot for the mining pipes. And this is, I believe you could put a battery there and it'll power it. But let's make the rest of the products that you need for that. So the next thing is the OV scanner, or OD scanner. So for the OD scanner, you're going to need the glowstone. So like I said, make sure you have gone to the nether to get the glowstone. And you're going to put it just like that. And oh wait, I'm sorry. It's not like that. It is like, how the hell do you make this thing? Okay, so next is the OD scanner. And what you're going to need is you're going to need 2 electrical circuits. You're going to need an RE battery. And you're going to need some glowstone. So make sure you got all that. And 3 insulated copper cables. And there you go. You got an OD scanner. Now, the OD scanner will affect an area. I'll show you over here. Of a 5x5 square. And what that means is if you look at these wood that are sitting on top, these wooden planks, this is the area that the miner will mine. Without an OD scanner, it'll just mine straight down. With an OD scanner, it'll mine a 5x5 square, meaning the center point and then 2 in each direction from it. All right, and then everything in between. So it'll mine these corners and all that. All right, so that's an OD scanner. It's a pretty nice area that it will be mining and very useful. But we don't want to stop there. We want to get the OV scanner. So what you're going to do is you're going to take the OD scanner. You're going to take some glowstone dust and you're going to put it around it. 2 of the, oh, I'm sorry. Before you do that, you need the advanced circuit, which is this guy right here. So the way you make the advanced circuit is you take the electric circuit, take the lapis, take 2 glowstone, and take 4 redstone. And you're going to put that in each of the corners and you get yourself an advanced circuit. Then what you're going to do is you're going to take that advanced circuit, take your, not your RE battery. Take your OD scanner, put that in the bottom, and then you're going to take 2 copper cable, and you're going to take 3 glowstone dust, and there you go. You get your OV scanner. And then the OV scanner will basically do, let me just set it to noon, will do the entire area of this square. So it'll do a 9x9, which is 4 in each direction, and everything in between the corners will be mined. So this entire block will be mined by this one miner. And it will do it straight down, however many levels, until it hits bedrock or lava or water. So the miner will stop once it hits lava. You move the lava out of the way, it will continue. If it hits water, same thing. You move the water out of the way, it'll continue. If you don't want to sit there and babysit it, you put a pump next to it, which is a future video, and the pump will actually siphon out the water and lava. Alright, so once you have the OV scanner, you want to make the drill. So for the drill, you need an RE battery and an electric circuit. And you're going to need to, I'm sorry, you're going to need a refined iron. I forgot the formula there for a second. Alright, so there you go. You put the electric circuit in the middle, 5 refined iron, RE battery, boom, mining drill. And you notice that both of these things, the uses, are completely dead. They don't have any kind of life to them, so they won't do anything. Using this is about as good as using your fist to beat that beat the dirt or whatever. It won't work as efficiently as if it was charged. And to charge it, you either need to stick it in the miner or stick it in a generator, and the generator will charge it the same way it would charge a battery. Same thing with the OV scanner. Now, don't worry, once you stick it in the miner, though, these things will charge up. So the regular mining drill is equivalent to an iron pickaxe, and it works about the same amount of speed. It'll harvest pretty much everything except for obsidian. And that's really the use of this. Now, if you do a diamond drill, and this is why I said save your beginning diamond in the previous video until you get to this part, because you want to make a diamond drill. And the diamond drill harvests resources 4 times faster than the regular drill does. And it will pretty much dig up everything. Anything that you need, it'll dig up. So once you have the OV scanner and the diamond drill, you're going to go over to your miner. And hopefully this thing is not as loud, because like I said, this is my 3rd time recording it, and for the last 2 times it's been super loud. So hopefully I fixed that issue now. But you set down your miner in an area, you put in some mining pipes, you connect it to power. This thing is a power sucker, so be careful. It will drain all of your reserves. Right now I'm actually running it off a MFSU, which is the highest power storage, and I have a Lapotron crystal, which is I think 10 million EUs, or no, a million EUs, which is a lot. So obviously this thing takes in, it doesn't take in that much, but you know, to run it efficiently, I'm just doing it that way. But you'll probably need about 3 or 4 generators set up running to be able to run this at a constant rate, along with all your other stuff that you may have going on. So use this only when you are definitely looking for resources. And yeah, so the way you do this is you stick in your OV scanner, stick in your diamond drill, and as you can see, it's going, and it's drawing power right now because it's charging the diamond drill and it's charging the OV scanner. Make sure that you place next to it a chest, because all the stuff that it's mining is going to go in this chest right here. You see that? It's just stacking up. Alright, so this whole setup will charge you about close to 800, 900 EUs per tick estimate. They don't have an exact number on the wiki page, otherwise I'd give you an exact number, but it's anywhere between 800 to 1,000 EUs per tick. So it will use a lot of, I mean per level, I'm sorry, per level. And that's using this setup. Now, if you were going to use the diamond or the regular drill and the OD scanner, it's about half that. So it's about 500 EUs per level. Alright, and what you see, obviously, it's sucking up all this ore. It's just going to keep gathering it all. What I'm going to do is I'm going to help it along here because I want to show you guys the last bit of this. It will pick up any valuable ores such as coal, diamond, ruby, sapphires, iron, copper, tin, pretty much anything in this mod pack using this. It will pick it up. The things that it will not pick up is anything that it doesn't have to. And what I mean by that is you're going to see here, it's going to remove that ruby underneath me, remove that ruby, and then remove that wood to get to that ruby. So picture that wood as a batch of stone. It would have harvested the beginning stone to get to the ore that's inside of it. So that way it leaves the rest. You see how it's harvesting the rest? It's leaving that and just going on to the last bit of it. So that's the benefit to using this. It will leave the environment and the cave systems and pretty much the entire ground intact, with the exception of the hole that it's going to dig straight down, and the all the ores that it's going to gather. But that's really essentially what you're digging down for, is to gather the ores. And like I said, just make sure you use a you have your power all set up for this, because this is a power hog. Now, my last bit of advice: once you want to shut off the generator, once it's reached ground level, bottom, or whatever, you're going to need however many levels you're above the ground, you're going to need that many mining pipes. So if you're 64 levels above ground, you're going to need 64 mining pipes. And then what you're going to do is, once you want it to shut off, you're going to pull out the diamond drill, and then it shuts off. Pull out your OD scanner, and the mining pipes will retract and be put into the chest next to it. And then the last bit of advice is, before picking this up, especially if it's drilled down 64 levels, put some stuff underneath it so that way the hole is filled up, and then use your wrench to pick it up. Because if you didn't do that and you had a giant hole, which you will have a giant hole going straight down, it will fall straight down the hole, and then you'll have to go down there and get it. And that's not going to be very fun. So just yeah, make sure you put down dirt or something underneath it just so that way you can pick it up and then fill in the hole, because if you leave that hole there, odds are you're going to trip and fall in it and kill yourself. And that's about it. And then pick this miner up and put it into another location that will not double mine the same area. So what I do is I count the 4 blocks from where the miner was, and then I count 4 blocks over until I find the 5th block that it would be, and that would be right here because the miner's there. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is actually an extra block here. I just wanted to show that it would not mine these outside of that area. And then 1, 2, 3, plus that 1, that's 4, and this is the 5th one. And then I would put it here and then let it mine that because it's going to mine that entire square. That's about it, guys. Make sure you do not overload it any more than 32 EUs, which is basically equivalent to what one bat box would put out. If you use anything higher than that, it'll overload it, and that's why you see these boxes here, because these are transfer rates. But if you're just starting out, the bat box is pretty much all you'll have, and that's all you'll need. So I hope you guys enjoyed. If you enjoyed this video, leave a rating. It definitely helps me and supports me a lot, and I appreciate that, guys. Also, favoriting and sharing is very much appreciated, as well as if you have any questions or comments or any suggestions for next video, leave it in the comment section below. And yeah, subscribe for more if you're interested in more Tekkit stuff. And also, last bit is if you want to join my multiplayer server that runs off Tekkit, there's a link in the description to that video, and it will explain on how to get onto the server, because I know I get that question a hell of a lot of times. So if you're new to my channel, check that out, and I'll look forward to seeing you guys in the next video. Peace out.
Greetings friends, I stay awake, there's no sleep, I come out when it's late. For some reason people keep away from me, so into the night is suicide until I find a worthy mind to lurk behind. The time is mine, so high and mighty, within the shadows I will come.